This is what I hear. There's an assumption out there that cash flow is low with CMHC MLI programs because your loan amount is so high. If you don't know what the CMHC MLI program is, they promise you, I'll try to put this up here, to give you 95% of your cost back. So if this building looking at right here cost me $1 million to build, with the CMHC MLI program, I can get back $950,000 in a first mortgage, leaving me only $50,000 in the deal, which means I can take all my money and repeat the process all over again. If you want to see a deeper dive on how we do these projects from beginning to end, how much money you put in the front, how much money you get in the back, stay tuned because we're going to do a very, very deep dive, and I'm probably going to do a training class on this. So make sure you're signed up to my list in the comments. But back to my story, it's not that exciting. So people assume that because you get a high loan amount, you're going to have really low cash flow, but it's not true. It's not true. I'm going to prove it to you. Take a look at this. Friends and investors, these are the actual operating numbers from one of my sixplex properties that I built using the CMHC MLI program. And what I have done is input all the expenses that CMHC would like me to have in my operating expense. And my total cash flow, as you can see here, is $1,493. But in reality, it's actually $3,000 per month, or very close to that. Now I'm going to run through these expenses. I'm going to run through the income. I'm going to show you exactly why it's not 1,500 and why it's closer to 3,000. Stay tuned right now. And let me take a moment to knock on all those naysayers and say, hey, there's not a trick. There's no cheating. There's no sideways scheme I put together to cheat the system and get it to make more money or make less money, or I didn't pay anybody off. This is just real life. I'm telling you that if you can apply just this much sophistication into your investing, instead of just closing your eyes and picking a pre-construction out of the sky to make money in real estate, you can do so well. Stop listening to the news. Stop listening to your friends who are scared and whining, and do it right. Listen to people who are actually doing good things in this business and making money, and you will too. Let's start from the top here. Really quickly, you can see I have 6 units. These are all the rents. Okay, they pay for some extras, some utility recovery. All in all, it comes out to about $121,008 per year. So that number goes right up here in the gross rental income. We have 6 units. I've applied a vacancy rate of 3%. Where did I get 3% from? Let me show you. This is the underwriting, the summary, the proforma that CMHC gives you when they're doing the due diligence on your property. And you can see right here, CMHC residential vacancy rate, 3% of gross rental income. It's right there, plain in black and white. So that's an expense. Let's move on. Property taxes. We estimate from the city, the municipality, to be about $9,400. Is an actual insurance quote I got using the building plans. I said, hey guys, here's what I'm building exactly like this. What's the insurance going to be? $4,250. No heat and hydro costs because the tenants pay that with their lease. There's a little bit of water because I can't put the water in my name on this property. I have to pay some, and some people I'm collecting some money back, and some I'm not. Long story short, there's a water expense, okay? Maintenance, $830 per unit per year from CMHC. How do I know that? Check it out right here, folks. Right on the underwriting, they tell you CMHC reference, PUPA. It's a funny word, but it means per unit per annum. So they are going to assign you an expense of $830 per unit per annum of repairs and maintenance, whether you have it or not. Are you going to use all that money for a brand new property? Probably not, but that's what they do. Let's keep going with property management, okay? Property management comes in at about 4.25% from CMHC. Again, this is getting old. How do I know this? Well, with CMHC, you can see right here, 4.25%. They assign you an expense. They also assign you an expense for a caretaker. A CMHC reference, $555 per unit per year. Do I have a caretaker at the property? No, but they give me that expense, so I'm using it here to show you the worst case scenario. Okay. They also give me a replacement reserve. They want me to have a reserve, as crazy as it sounds, in my expenses of $2,940 a year to replace appliances if they break, and a miscellaneous expense of 1%. Am I going to spend that? Probably not on a brand new property that's under warranty with brand new appliances and brand new everything that's also under warranty. Is it realistic? No, but they put it here, so I'm putting it in there to show you. Back to the expense, you can see I covered all those things, the management, even I added landscaping, a little bit of grass cutting, snow removal. Here's the salaries part. There's the replacement cost. There's the reserve. There's the management. There's the maintenance, everything. And we're coming out with an expense of almost $35,000 a year, which leaves me a net operating income of $82,000 and change per year. Okay, you can see the financing there. I have a rate of 3.5%, which is excellent. Now, that leaves me with only $1,500 a month in cash flow. That's terrible, right? For all that work? Well, let's see what it is in real life here. Let's start rearranging these expenses to actually reflect a normal day-to-day operation. Are we going to touch the property taxes? No. As much as I'd love to lower those and the insurance, it's not going to happen because I can't control those expenses. I'm even going to leave the water expense just in case someone complains that I could have a flood or whatever. I'm going to leave that there. The maintenance at $830 per unit per year, that's excessive. I'm going to drop that to $250 per unit per year. And remember, this is a brand new property, and I expect it to operate like that for the first 5 years at least. $250 per unit per year, so times 6 units, that's $1,500 per year. Again, it's a brand new property. Property management. Do I expect it to be 4 or 4.25%? No. If I pay for a property manager, I expect it to be somewhere in the 6% range. Okay. I believe that's about 8,000. Okay. We'll say 6.8% because it's 6% plus HST. Call it almost 7%. Okay. Am I going to have a little bit of grass cutting and snow removal? Yeah. Am I going to pay a caretaker salary? Absolutely not, especially if I have a property manager. Am I going to account for appliance recovery in my expense? If you want to do that, that's fine. I will not judge you. But to be honest with you, I think that's insane. I think that's way over the top being conservative. And I'm going to remove that because everything's brand new in the property and I don't think it's reasonable. Oops. 0. Miscellaneous expense, also 0. Okay. Now, this is a big one. Do I want to account for vacancy rate? Yes, I do want to account for that. And when you're going to sell your property, you're going to show that, hey, there's an average vacancy rate here. When someone's doing analysis on your property, yes, you're going to show that there is a vacancy rate here. But I'm telling you what this is going to operate today. Like next month, on the first of the month, when I collect rent, I want to show you exactly what I'm going to collect. So I'm going to put this down to 0, not because I want to fool you, but because I want to show you the maximum amount. I showed you the minimum. Now I'm going to show you the maximum. So we're at $2,400 a year here, $500, $600 short of my $3,000 per month actual. Here's the thing you don't know. Me, myself, my team, my family team, we own several properties. So a lot of our properties we manage internally. So I don't actually have a property management expense. It's actually 0 because we pay ourselves to do it. Now, is everyone going to have that? No. Some people are going to have to pay a professional property manager to do that. And on other properties that I have that are further away out of my kind of comfort zone, I do have a property manager and I do pay for them. I'm just showing you the most conservative. Now I'm showing you the maximum cash flow that you can operate here. Let's go back down and check it out. $3,000 a month here. So you can earn $3,000 a month in cash flow, $36,000 a year if you manage this property on your own. Some people don't earn that working a full-time salary. Plus, the icing on the cake, the best part of this whole deal is that you can get back 90 to 95% of your cost if you build a building like this. That means you can build it, get back the vast majority of your money, 90, 95%, and take that money and do it again. And if you can cash flow another 3,000 and another 3,000, well, That's a pretty good living salary that you can live a really good life on while managing your assets and not hating yourself for going to work every day. It is still possible to make money in this market. Please don't listen to the doomers. Get them off YouTube, get them off your social media. There are people making money. You just don't know them because they keep quiet, they do what works, and they don't have to tell you about it. Why am I doing this? Because I want to see you do it too. I've helped a bunch of people. It feels good to help people. Call me anything in the book you want. I'm willing to help you. Are you going to have to pay me a little bit of money to help you? Yes, I am. I'm going to earn some money. And if you'd like to have that relationship, I'd like to talk to you too because we can make money together. If you like what you heard here, please smash the like button, subscribe, share this with a friend. You're doing them and me a favor also. Talk soon.